Shalom, shalom. Giving all praise, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Kahakwadash. Double honor to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone and Deruel. And, amen. The Lord is bringing judgment, man. You know, this is why you're supposed to fear. This is why we have to fear Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. All right. You know, don't tempt the Lord, man. You know, a lot of times you be out in Philly, got these guys that be running around on these bikes, or anywhere they be running around on these bikes. I was just driving on the highway last night, and you had a group of Israelite dudes coming up on these bikes trying to stick together, and you know, they be traveling at a high rate of speed, you know, trying to keep up with each other or whatever the hell they be doing. And you could be tempting the Lord, man. Okay, you could be tempting the Lord. I think it's in Exodus 10. It says, thou shalt not tempt the Lord thy God. All right. Because the Lord will give you what you're asking for. All right, Deuteronomy 6:16, ye shall not tempt the Lord your power, Yahweh, as ye tempted him in Massah. All right, you're not supposed to tempt the Lord. All right, I believe it was in, Exodus 20. All right, don't tempt the Lord, man. Because the Lord will bring judgment. Psalms chapter 9, verse 16. The Lord Yahweh is known by the judgment which he executeth. The wicked is snared in the work of his own hands. Higion Salah, right? The wicked is snared in the work of his own hands. So it's you putting yourself to death. You know, it says, Wisdom Solomon 1:12, seek not death in the era of your life, and pull not upon yourself destruction with the work of your hands. All right, and that's what these people do. All right, the guy was out there riding an ATV. Let's check it out.
A deadly crash involving an ATV. The rider of the all-terrain vehicle died after colliding with a car. Philadelphia police now investigating and trying to keep the scene under control as other ATV riders show up. It is Thursday night, and the big story on Action News is dramatic moments at Broad and Westmoreland Streets in North Philadelphia. An ATV joyride turning deadly following a street corner collision. Action News reporter Caroline Goggin is live at police headquarters with the latest. Caroline.
Well, Rick, Philadelphia police tell us the victim in this situation is a 35-year-old man who was riding his ATV right here on Broad Street when he collided with a car earlier tonight. Police tell us all of this remains under investigation, and right now they are calling this a tragic accident. Tonight, Philadelphia police are investigating a fatal crash involving a car and an ATV. It happened around 8:30 at Broad and Westmoreland Streets in North Philadelphia. Police say a woman driving the Subaru was headed northbound on Broad Street. She was attempting to make a legal left-hand turn. At the same time, an ATV rider was heading south on Broad.
He was with at least two other quad operators, and that's when the 35-year-old who was driving south struck the passenger side of a Subaru that just made a left-hand turn.
Police say the 35-year-old man was thrown from his ATV. He was rushed to Temple Hospital where he died. When police got on scene, they found video evidence from Temple University cameras. It showed the 35-year-old man riding around with other groups tonight.
The three were together in three separate quads. The other two were doing wheelies. They were traveling at a high rate of speed.
Some riders
What'd he say?
riding around with other groups tonight.
The three were together in three separate quads. The other two were doing wheelies. They were traveling at a high rate of speed.
Some riders hung around the scene as police investigated. Chief Inspector Scott Small says the 65-year-old woman who was driving the car is cooperating with police.
She remained on scene. She's very shaken up because after the accident, several other quads and dirt bikes showed up on the scene and were encircling her.
Now that woman was safe. When we arrived on scene tonight, she was speaking with police. Now, Small tells us right now that this incident is yet another reminder of how dangerous these illegal dirt bikes and ATVs are on the streets of the city of Philadelphia. Again, all of this remains under investigation. We're live outside of Philadelphia Police Headquarters. I'm Caroline Goggin.
Right, and you heard her basically condemning Jake, you know, saying that Jake is the menace for riding around on the ATV. All right, which, you know, this is Esau's world. You know, you can't be out here, you know, being crazy and shit, you know. The safest thing for you is to be in a car, man. All right. But I had this scripture, Ecclesiastes 9:12. For man also knoweth not his time, as the fishes that are taken in an evil net, and as the birds are caught in the snare, so are the sons of men snared in the evil time, when it falls suddenly upon them. And that man fell into an evil time. All right, because he was coming down south on on Broad Street. The Subaru was going north, and it made a left turn. He was coming south. The other one was going north. And if you see the indentation, it's on the passenger side door. So basically, the ATV ran right into the passenger side door of the Subaru, and the guy died, man. This is why you're supposed to, you know, fear the Lord. All right, Psalm 66:5. Come and see the works of the Most High Yahweh. He is terrible in his doing toward the children of men. That's right, the Lord is terrible. All right, he'll bring your death upon you. All right, you know, like it says in you know, he's the king of terrors. You know, you thinking like, you know, at the time, oh, you know, I'm not gonna get caught doing this or that. The Lord sees everything, man. The angels report everything. So it's best to stay on your best behavior out here. Job 18:14. His confidence shall be rooted out of his tabernacle. This talking about Esau. And it shall bring him to the king of terrors, right? The Lord will do you terrible, man. All right, whether it'd be worse than you just getting thrown from your ATV and killed in a collision with a vehicle, which that's a very brutal judgment as well. You know, collisions. All right, impact. Okay, the Lord is brutal in his judgments. Okay, an instance of one moving object or person striking violently against another. A crash. Okay, they crash into each other, man. Okay, that dude was probably torn up. Okay, he's probably torn up. His legs probably broke You know, an impact like that, you know, enough to kill a man, probably in some internal bleeding or broken neck or broken spine or some shit. You know, something that's lethal. Okay, whatever the impact was, it killed that man. Okay, he was 35 years old. Okay, you know, let you know, man. You know, you gotta be saying Lord will, because he's like, oh yeah, we about to go downtown and da 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 da. You know, Lord willing, we getting ready to go downtown and do this or that. Okay, because hey, you don't know. You know, anything can happen out here. Just last night I was driving down the road and my tire popped. You know, and now I gotta wait for somebody to repair it. But it could have been worse than that. It could have popped one of my you know, the Most High forbid, one of my steering axle tires or some shit, you know. This is James 4:15. Ye ought to say, for that ye ought to say, if the Lord will, we shall live and do this or that. It says, but now ye rejoice in your boastings, all such rejoicing is evil. And there's a lot of people that have that superiority complex. They think, you know, pretty much, you know, they're self-willed. They think they got free will, you know. Hey, no, it's actually the Lord's will. You know, it's the Lord's will, man. Whether you escape and survive, you know, or he could, you know, the Lord actually showed that guy mercy, you know, because he could have had him, you know, on a shit bag or something like that. You know, the Lord can do terrible things, you know, have you like a vegetable and shit, all paralyzed, you know, for the rest of your life, man. Okay, because there's sometimes when you know, death is better than a life of continual sickness, or you know, your body is messed up. So hey, man, you know, this is a message to fear the Lord, man, because judgment will come out of nowhere and it's only going to increase. So I pray that the lesson was edifying. Shalom.